It's
just another Mazda Monday. Ooh, Larry was part of our karaoke cabaret, and he killed it last week. We love all the comments that everybody's like, bring it here, bring it here. So we just may have to take this cabaret on the road. But Larry, did you enjoy yourself?
I did. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
There were so many people there.
So many people for a first up. We were super stoked. Holding our breath, but it worked out. Yeah.
There were people having birthday parties there.
Yeah, right? I know.
Crazy.
They kind of tailgated. Larry, you've heard the song Black and Yellow, Black and Yellow.
Yeah.
You know what I call this one?
What?
Maroon and gray, maroon and gray.
I don't know.
Who doesn't love the interior of this monster?
I don't know if that's gonna catch on.
Larry! Don't J me. Don't you J me.
That's gonna catch on. He said.
Tell us about this car.
So this is the Mazda CX-30 Carbon. Awesome, perfect everyday vehicle. They do make it in a turbo as well, so if you need a little bit more pep, or if you like to drag race from light to light, don't get caught. But,
there's a little tidbit for you.
But no, I mean, it's a fantastic size. It's not too big. Actually, if you look at the dimensions, it is shorter than the Mazda 3 sedan. So for people who, like to parallel park, if you live down in Southside, as people say, or over in Lawrenceville,
spaces, right? Yeah,
you got your parking chair out and you need to move it and park your 30. It's an easy vehicle to navigate in and out, and still has plenty of room in it, cargo space, great fuel mileage. Awesome.
What's the screen right here, Larry?
So this is your, that would be your radio screen.
Yeah.
All these cars now have these crazy touchscreens. So what's cool about the Mazdas is when you're plugged into the Apple CarPlay or the Android Auto, it is a touchscreen, so you don't have to deal with any of the stuff down here. But what's nice about it is down in the center console is where all your controls are for the radio screen.
And some of the complaints we've heard about some of the flat screens is the tactile issue. When you're driving, at least here in the Mazda, it's all here.
It's maroon and gray, maroon and gray.
Yeah. I was a little, when I first came over to Mazda, I was a little worried about it because I'm like, oh man, anytime I've seen a manufacturer do this where you're controlling from the center console, it's always convoluted and too hard to work. I'm surprised at how easy, they really got the ergonomics down of these buttons and everything.
Yeah, pretty awesome. It's it's the perfect mix between the flat screen and again having that ability. All right, so we did a podcast this week in Lair Bear. It is the first time we've ever had any resident of the aviary on one of our podcasts. We had a live Falcon.
Yeah.
What?
Squire was his name. And he performed quite well, to be honest with you.
He didn't at all. They were making fun of me because he literally was just turning around. And I was like, oh, the bird's going crazy. Not at all. The most well-behaved bird I think I've ever seen. So you have to check out that podcast.
Kathy is awesome. Yeah. Good stuff. And
tomorrow, May 21st, we've been talking about this for weeks, thanks to our friends over at the Resilience Bowl, which is Neighborhood Resilience Project, because we talked to the Palomalus about this. And it's Coach Cowher versus Coach Tomlin in a friendly game of flag football tomorrow with tons of celebrities, all for really good causes for the communities, right?
It's $20 to see the flag football game at Acrisure Stadium.
Can you get more Pittsburgh than that?
Cannot.
Right.
In addition, on May 31st, two things that are super important to us. The first thing, we are doing our podcast live, and it is on TRAF's website. What's TRAF? It's the Dollar Bank Three Rivers Arts Festival. And we're super stoked because it's tradition for us to be on site. But as you know, we record in a studio now. We're going back to on site just for the folks at the Cultural Trust. And we're going to be a part of it on the stage, talking to such great folks to really kick off the Three Rivers Arts Festival and Pride Fest. Yeah. So we're pretty excited.
3 p.m. that Friday on the stage in the... we'll put a link up to it.
Go to the website, Jags.
It's the backyard stage,
There you go. And then also on the 31st we've been talking about this for, I think, months, but it's Pittsburgh Magazine's Wine and Whiskey, it's the Spirit Festival, you guys.
Yeah.
Whiskey, wine, bourbon, you name it. Over 200 different spirits will be there. Ooh, wow. Yes. I mean, that's insane, don't you think?
Yeah.
But
it's a festival.
Ghosts scare me. You said spirits. Ghosts scare me.
Oh, don't be afraid. Listen, Katie told us there's even a buffet, so you can be satiated.
Walk right over my joke.
But listen, you could be satiated enough to go try the different drinks. It's funny, John, spirits. Anyway, it's at Rivers Casino.
She's like, I'm just going to keep
You
talking.
guys, it's at Rivers Casino, and it's from 6 to 10 o'clock, so we're super stoked for that as well. And after that, our porch tour starts.
Oh, you kicking it off?
Yeah.
We are June 1st and June 2nd.
I need
And
to
it looks
come
like
to
we
them.
have all of our porches lined up at this point. You
Well,
guys are really good at submitting.
All right.
You guys
All
are
right.
really good at submitting. And look, it was a hard choice, but kind of cool that we could have all the porches selected at this point, this early in the game.
Pretty excited.
Yeah.
Also, planning for the summer. Please mark this on your calendar. Super, super excited for August 4th and 5th because it is the return of the Shindig. Larry, we talked about this last year. It's bigger and better. There's more bands. There's a car show. There are baskets galore. There are interactives, vendors, and it's all thanks to My Preferred Insurance and Home Solutions. They're bringing it back, and we're stoked. This is up at Union Brothers Brewing.
Right? The new Union Brothers Brewing, not the old Union
Yeah.
Brothers Brewing.
Oh, yeah, you'll love the car show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
fantastic
Oh, yeah.
last
You
year.
might have to bring some Mazdas up.
Almost,
In.
yeah.
We have it
Almost
in.
made Johnny Angel buy a classic truck to show up there.
It's
if
a
you
true
remember.
story. Yeah, he was close
He was
for it.
all of it.
He would do it.
And also, last but certainly not least, John, it's one of your favorite weeks. Welcome to EMS week, right?
Yeah, it is National EMS week, so you see an EMS person, paramedic, EMT, first responder. Maybe buy them a coffee, buy them a donut. Let's try it again. And
guys.
so just say thanks. It's
Hey,
National EMS week.
It's just another
Mazda, maroon and gray, maroon and gray, maroon and gray.
maroon.